I'm going to redo a video here on the TC22R. This, in a previous video, had a bug with the RFID and barcode settings or hardware not being able to be used with Data Wedge. It's kind of strange. The Zebra folks really couldn't, in the end, explain why it was happening, but they did go through the standard stuff of, hey, just upgrade every piece of software you can, and the issue goes away. We don't know why, but it does. So what I've done is I have created an SD card. If you look on the right-hand side, you'll see a little detent there. You can pull this out. This is a two-sided adapter. Cellular SIM card can go here, but on the back side is where I put in an SD card. And on that SD card, I have Android 14 firmware, the latest. I have firmware for the RFID reader itself. I have the latest APK file for 123 RFID, which is a mobile app from Zebra. If you try to download it from the Google Play Store, it will not be the latest, so you have to manually install it from that. And then the fourth thing I have here is an import file for Data Wedge itself to enable some browser-based tools that we have. Instead of Android apps, I can just run things in a browser. Okay, so I'll put this in here. And in this case, let's just see, do I have this running? I do. So if you have it running, that's fine. If you don't have it running, that's fine too. I'm just gonna show you the general process. I'm not gonna go through it myself because I've already updated things here. But if you turn it on and the screen's on, hit the power button again and you'll see, sorry, if I do this, I guess I just hold it down. Yeah, hold it down and you'll see restart or power off. I'm gonna restart, but I want it to go into bootloader mode. So to make that happen, you go on the other side, the left side, and you'll see a push to talk button here. We're gonna hold that down during the entire boot process. So here, I'll turn this back on, hold it again, there we go. Now hit restart while I hold this push to talk button down. Wait until you see the splash screen, but still hold the button even after that. Keep holding it, and sooner or later you'll get to the bootloader screen, which is just a very small font, kind of looks like a DOS prompt kind of thing. And let's get, there we go. Okay, so this is what you see. And you use the volume up and down to maneuver up or down in the menus, and you hit the power button to say okay, right? Just select. So here I'm gonna go to push down, where it says apply upgrade from SD card. That's what I want. I hope you can read that. If you can't, yeah. Hit that and then hit the power button, boom, and it'll go to the next menu. And again, this, I apologize if it's hard to read, but you'll see again a little prompt to go down. You're gonna pick this zip file, which is on that SD card. And when you do, it's then gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes to actually update the version of Android to the latest version as of middle of August 2026, okay? I'm not gonna do this, so I'm gonna go back up one, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna say reboot system. So when you're done with your installation of the Android operating system, that screen will show completed at the bottom. Just hit reboot or restart. If you want to power down and pull out your SD card, you can, but I would say leave it in there because we have other things we're gonna do, right? All right, so now at this point, you can verify that you do have the latest version of Android by swiping up. And there should be a settings button here where you can pull down and pull down a second time, and then you'll see down here a little settings button. Swipe up, hit about phone, and you should be able to verify the build number, the version of Android. Okay, so that's all good. We've got that part done. Now, the next thing I want you to do is to locate 123 RFID. If it's not on your home screen, just swipe up once. You'll get a listing of all of the apps. Find the 123 RFID app there. Open it up. And if it's not there, you can pause this step, and I'll show you how we're going to update that manually down the road here. But just hit, I think it's here. And yeah, then hit firmware update. And you're going to be able to select firmware. Now, I've already updated mine, so I'm not going to follow through with this process, but I do want to show you where things are going to be. So you're going to hit the little hamburger up in the upper left. Make sure you're pointing to the SD card, which is going to be here. And then all the way at the bottom, I should have a firmware file. It's going to end in DAT, this one here, right? So that one. And at that point now I can tap on update firmware and it'll do its thing. It'll reboot that hardware at the end, but you'll be done. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it again because I've already done this. So that's step 2. Now, an alternative to step 2 is to update the or install the latest version of the program. And this can be step 3 as well. But if you go here to Files, and again, go up here all the way to the SD card, and then scroll all the way to the bottom, and you should see an APK file right here. See that one? See if I'm pointing to it, right? Yep, that APK file. So as you tap on it, it'll go ahead and install it. Now, it probably will bark at you the first time saying, hey, you're not set up to install things outside of the Google Play Store. So do you want to change that setting in Android? Just say yes and okay it. But in this way, if you have an old version of 123 RFID installed, this will update it to the latest version, which ends in 292. Or you can use this to install a fresh copy of it outside of the Google Play Store, okay? So now we've got 3 things we've done. We've increased the Android revision to the latest. We have put on the latest version of 123 RFID. And the reason why it's important to do that is that program's required for base configuration of the RFID hardware. So before any other apps or any other web tools like mine can be used, you have to have the 123 RFID app there because they use it to like define core settings that all of the programs reference. It's kind of I'm not sure why they decided to do it, but they did. So before you can run anything, we're going to do a separate video on configuration. All right. So we've done, again, 3 things: operating system, firmware for the hardware, and then the app itself for 123 desktop. Now, the last thing here is Data Wedge. Now, Data Wedge should have a profile. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. I'm going to actually show you that. I'm going to delete this. So I hit, go back. Hit that. I'm trying to figure out how I can delete that. There we go. Just hold it. I'm going to hit delete profile just to show you how if your system looks kind of like this, that's all fine. We're going to import a profile that's also stored on that SD card that I'm shipping out there, okay? So we'll come up here. I'll tap on that, and I will say Settings, and I will go down to the bottom and say Import a Profile, Browse. Make sure that I am picking the SD card, and then there's a folder I've called Profiles. Click on that, and I've got 2 different ones here with Data Wedge itself. It's for basically all Data Wedge profiles. Let's not do that one. Let's just do this one I just call IDI Web Tools. So tap on that, then we'll say Import, and when you go back, it's now installed, and all of the settings that are required for using ID integration web tools is already done. I've enabled barcodes, I've enabled RFID, I've set the configuration for the RFID to the right session flag, power level, and all of that. Okay, so now we're good with that, and just make sure again that it is enabled, right? Profile enabled at the top. Okay, and that basically is everything that we need to do for reconfiguration. And I'm sorry, in terms of software updates. Now I'm going to do a separate video on configuration of the hardware via the 123 RFID app, and then we'll go straight into using this particular tool or any other web tool that ID Integration distributes. Okay?